Hello and welcome to another episode of the Anime Lounge Short Flights. I'm your host Lance here to talk about Ragna Crimson episode 11. And if you followed me up to this point, you guys already know that I'm reading the manga and watching the anime at the same time, so I can compare and contrast everything that might be different. And there is a couple differences in this one today, so got some entertainment for you guys. So this episode is going to cover chapters 22 and 23, long chapters, a lot of information, but that's okay because I got some more information to share with you guys. So, right off the bat, the order of events that happen in this episode are kind of flip flopped. There's three separate events that go on, and they all happen at different times. They all have the same exact information, but like I said, at different times. So, in the manga, we start out right away with the continuation of all the dragons continuing to talk with each other right outside of Artemisia's room. Because in the last episode, we had Artemisia and the number two dragon, Watakamui. God damn it, it's a hard word. Walta Kamui, the guy with the spiky hair and broke the sword and everything, the badass dragon. They're all talking outside because they need to continue working on a plan and get Artemisia ready to fight again, use her powers because now she's feeling a little bit more confident. She's about to be able to use them again. And in this scene, another big, it really wasn't a big difference, but when Walt was making fun of the long haired one, the Mad Dragon, he was calling them names. In the manga, I read this a couple days ago and I knew this was going to be a difference, but in the manga, he was calling him Fag and Drag Queen. And I was very, very surprised that in today's world that they're using that kind of translation still. And I knew for sure they weren't going to throw that on TV. And of course, I was right about that because in place of those words, they were calling them bitch, hag, and some other hag term. But yeah, so glad to see that those other terms were not used. But that was one difference that was mentioned. And they were talking about how they had 40,000 lower class and middle class dragons ready to use and to get ready for their attack. Now, one big difference that the anime has not done yet that the manga did, and it's really funny because the manga did this scene first and they kind of did this dragon scene last in the anime. And I think it's because those 40,000 dragons are sent to the capital and they start their attack. They're killing everybody inside the capital. No survivors need to be left behind anymore. And not only are the dragons killing people, but we can see the Mad Dragon Altozora. He's using his ability to infect other people, and he's having other soldiers kill each other. So he doesn't even have to do anything himself. He's got pet dragons doing damage, and he's confusing the his enemies to kill each other. So that's what you can expect in the next anime episode is the capital being under attack because that's what's going on in the manga right now. So holy crap, we can finally start to see some kind of expectation of a season finale with that. So it's going to take place in the capital and it's time to fight these guys. So up next in the manga, at least, was how this anime started, which was the communications between uh, Ragna and Silver Princess. And that was only important because they just wanted to start infusing the Silver Aura with all the weapons. Blah, blah, blah. We kind of saw that with the hunters back in the desert. So, same idea, and we're going to just run same concept with these new guys. So, that kind of led into the twins. The twins are very interesting because at first they were just annoying twins and didn't care about them. But then Evil Slime pointed out that they smell and look like dragons. They have the eyes, they have the teeth, and they might as well have the attitude. So now they're super interesting. And they're even more interesting because, they're basically emotionless and that's whatever. But they caught on to Slime pointing that out and they immediately wanted to take him away. And I think they're more torturing him. They expressed how they were emotionless and they're going to imitate different actions of children that would act in their age. But I think at the same time, they don't want to be called out for being dragons. So they're very sus right now, and I want to see what happens next. And then the last part in the manga was the magician area where they were explaining how it takes 15.7 lower class dragons to teleport one single person. And I did a little bit of math for everybody. So they have 1,800 people to transfer. And it takes 15.7 lower class dragons to transfer one person, and there's 40,000 dragons out in the capital wreaking havoc. So if you take 40,000 dragons divided by the 15.7 needed, it comes out to 2,547 people, 2,547 people. All of that blood can be used to transfer that money, and we only need 1,800. So there's a surplus of 700 or so. So we have plenty of dragons out in the capital that can teleport everybody into safety. Of course, not all 1,800 are going to be safe because there's going to be casualties. We know that for sure. So that's going to be very interesting. I hope they kind of do that kind of math because I kind of just did. So I don't know. I'm excited to see the next episode. Again, I didn't see if this was going to be the season. I actually think it is going to be the season finale. So shit's going to go pretty crazy. I wonder if it's going to be a half-hour episode, much unlike how the first episode was like an hour and a half or something like that. If you guys remember, it was a long episode. So I wonder if the season finale will be kind of the same because got a lot of stuff going on. We got two high-class dragons headed to the capital, and we're about to fight them. So nothing even started yet, at least in the anime. So I want to see some big action. What do you guys think? Anyway, thanks for sticking around. Remember to leave a like and give us a follow, and we will see you guys later.